a.m. in Van Nuys.
Okay.
And I need two guests for those two shows.
And what time is that one?
It's from 9 a.m. Well, Francine Dancer was a fan of my show when she was living with her boyfriend. She used to see my cable show. And she asked me if I could have her on my show. I said, she can be on my show, but you have to have all your clothes on because it's a kid's show. Okay, you want to give me a mic check?
Well, yeah, I normally, I'm a bikini go-go dancer. I like to dance sexy, and I feel a little inhibited when I'm doing a gospel show. I have to wear something more conservative and not move my hips too much and stuff. Yeah, I try dancing a little more spiritual way for, general audience, for children.
Hi, this is Junior Christian Science Bible Lesson Show where all are accepted and not rejected. We are so blessed by the Almighty God that we have Francine Dancer. If you have an affirmation to teach kids to say no to drugs, crack cocaine, heroin, and all that bad stuff.
When I was little, drugs were aspirin and cough medicine. That's all it should be if it's really necessary. If you're sick, if a doctor prescribes something. But
we're talking about crack.
Bad drugs that hurt you, you really don't need to do them. You could get high on life through Jesus.
Thank you. Give a whack, say no to crack. Just like Sesame Street teaches kids to read and write and to count through puppets, I'm trying to teach kids ethics and morals to stay in school and better themselves and to say no to drugs. You should always say no to drugs. The puppet is a vehicle, just like you use a vehicle to get to work. The puppets are a creative vehicle to attract the interest and the kids. 3 days to put this show together. I practiced the piano playing for 2 days and put it on cassette tape. And then the songs all tie in with the topic. So I make all the hymns tie in with the Bible passages. It's a lot of work.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us grace for today, feed the famished and affection. Chip the Black Boy, he's the main star of the show. He's like Kermit the Frog was to Jim Henson. He is representing a young black boy. I'm calling a spade a spade. He's sure not a white boy. The puppets, they're like the kids that I've never had. They're very special to me. And I want to get an Asian puppet.
Yeah.
I would love to get Asians. I want to make it multicultural. I need to get some white puppets real badly. If you know of anybody that would like to donate some, I'd appreciate that because I want to make it multicultural. I grew up in the 50s, and they had so many wonderful puppet shows. And all these shows planted an interest for me into liking puppets. I moved to Los Angeles in 1976 to pursue an acting career and a music career. I always had a dream to be on TV. I just, had an itching for being a comedian or an actor. I want to go beyond public access. I want to get back on TV professionally, doing acting, doing comedy, doing drama. When I first came here, it was wonderful. I ran across some Christian Science television stars that helped me get work on their different TV shows. I used to be on regular TV. I used to be on Chico and the Man. I used to be on Good Times. I used to be on Wings. And my career went down because I was against the drugs and the sex scene that's in there, the couch scene. Just like women are told to go to bed for parts, I was approached, and I told some casting directors I would never do that. So I quit getting called for work. I was considered a square in Hollywood. I hope someday that my friends could be in here very soon. Since I've been producing a public access show for 14 years. Jim Henson was my Sunday school teacher in the Christian Science Church. And I hope someday that I can get a break in the Walk of Fame. From Jim Henson, he was my Sunday school teacher in the Christian Science Church. And when he died, he told me he wanted me to do a show teaching kids Bible stories and to say no to drugs. And he told me to perfect your show, you should go on public access. So since I'm trying to break into the entertainment business again, like I used to be in the early 70s, I agreed to do a show.
When I first came to Hollywood, and this is the honest God's truth, I saw David Hart, and he was there with his megaphone and his puppet.
If you've ever walked up and down Hollywood Boulevard, he's known for having puppet shows on the sidewalk.
I'm self-employed as a street musician. And after paying my rent, my phone bill, and God knows what, I just was surviving by the tips of my nails.
I've been doing this to bring kids joy and happiness, even though I've never gotten a break from it.
And I sell my portraits on the street. That's how I've been paying my rent.
Portrait sketch you both get for $2?
Excuse me, like a portrait sketch and a pretty girl together, $2 each.
Boy, this guy is still out there, still peddling the pavements, still making crafts, still being out there.
I live at the Dix Bros apartment. It used to be a famous hotel where a lot of famous people stayed there before they got a break. It's now a rundown apartment building. So I got to really get this cleaned up. These are shows that I've done through the years. This is from 1988 until now. I've done 12,600 shows. I have them in my storage place. I have them at my apartment. They're overcrowding my apartment. I did. These are all new ones I did in year 2001. I get 60 letters a month from people from all over the country. There's so many people that are fans of my shows. Like I used to let fans come to my apartment and they stole several of my puppets. Like I had a puppet that used to be on my show called Albert Herman. Just like girls were crazy about the Beatles, they were crazy about Albert Herman. The fans stole his body. This is all I have left of Albert Herman. Fans stole his body. Oh, I have a lot of fans. I have people of all ages that watch the show.
Dedicated to the great David Hart, of course.
We saw David Hart's TV show, and we were pretty knocked out by it. The shit we saw had like a taped-on wig, so you could see the electrical tape wrapped around his head like a headband. We decided we wanted to be on the show.
We're so blessed by the Almighty God that we have a band here, the Jigsaw, and they wrote a song about the show. Wow, and they're fans of the show.
Little wooden boy, hand carved out of ebony.
That's the beauty of all these public access stars. It's hard to even describe. It just has to be seen.
Singing about eternity.
I think Chip the Black Boy is a young David Hart.
Thank you, Jigsaw Puzzle. That's wonderful.